Let's talk about Andi Dorfman, a woman who redefined what it means to be real on reality TV. She didn't just play the game, she changed the rules, bringing a new level of authenticity and strength to the screen that Bachelor Nation hadn't seen before. She entered Bachelor Nation as a sharp, fearless district attorney from Atlanta, determined to find a true partner, not just a fairy tale. Her background in law gave her a unique edge. She was analytical, confident, and unafraid to speak her mind, even when it meant standing alone. Andi stood out for her honesty and her refusal to settle, showing us the power of knowing your worth. She challenged the status quo, making it clear that she wouldn't compromise her values for anyone, no matter how charming or popular they were. She wasn't afraid to ask tough questions or show vulnerability, even with millions watching. Her willingness to open up about her fears and doubts made her relatable, and her courage to confront difficult truths set her apart from the rest. Her journey became less about the men, and more about her own self-discovery and empowerment. Through heartbreak and tough choices, Andi learned to trust herself, and in doing so, she inspired viewers to do the same in their own lives. In a world that often asks women to be agreeable, Andi was refreshingly direct and true to herself. She showed that strength and vulnerability can coexist, and that being assertive is something to be celebrated, not criticized. She inspired a generation to set standards and stick to them. Young women everywhere saw in Andi a role model who wasn't afraid to walk away from what didn't serve her, and who encouraged others to do the same. Her legacy isn't just about finding love, it's about finding herself and encouraging others to do the same. Andi's story is proof that happiness starts from within, and that self-love is the greatest prize of all. Andi's story is a reminder that being authentic is the most powerful thing you can be. She taught us that embracing who you are, flaws and all, is the real victory, on TV and in life. Let's talk about the Women Garden, the community of girlfriends who help us grow. Andi Dorfman embodies this spirit, always valuing her female friendships through every stage of her journey. These women are her support system, offering honesty, comfort, and celebration. In this garden, every woman is unique, but together, they thrive. Andi shows us that sisterhood is about collaboration, not competition. When one woman succeeds, the whole garden blooms. Building these bonds takes time and care, but the rewards are immeasurable. Andi's story proves that a strong women garden makes you resilient. It's a safe space to be authentic, to grow, and to face life's challenges together. True strength comes from nurturing these connections and letting each other shine. We all have an inner light, a spark that keeps us going, even in tough times. Andi Dorfman protected her light through public scrutiny and heartbreak, never letting it fade. Her strength wasn't about perfection, it was about resilience and authenticity. She trusted her intuition, even when it meant taking the harder path. Andi's journey reminds us to honor our own happiness and well-being. We keep our light shining by surrounding ourselves with positivity and making brave choices. Every time we stand up for ourselves, we fuel that inner fire. Andi's story is proof that our light is our power. It's up to us to let it shine, no matter what. Protect your sparkle. Let it guide you forward. Goodbye isn't just an ending, it's an act of strength. It's a moment when you choose yourself, even when it's hard, and step into the unknown with courage. Every goodbye is a quiet promise to honor your own needs and dreams. Andi Dorfman became known for her courage to walk away from what wasn't right, most famously with Juan Pablo on The Bachelor. In front of millions, she chose honesty over comfort, showing that true bravery sometimes means letting go, not holding on. She showed us that saying goodbye is a declaration of self-worth. It's a way of telling the world, and yourself, that you deserve more, and you're willing to wait for it. Each goodbye was a step toward her own path, not a sign of failure. It was a bold move toward a future she could shape for herself, even if the road ahead was uncertain. Andi's goodbyes were about closing chapters that no longer fit, making space for something better. She taught us that endings are not just losses, but invitations to new beginnings. Being the girl of goodbye means valuing yourself enough to walk away from what diminishes you. It's about having the strength to stand alone, trusting your own voice above all others. It's trusting that something better is ahead. It's believing that every ending is the first line of a new story, one you get to write. Her story reframes goodbye as an anthem of empowerment. It's a reminder that you are not defined by what you leave behind, but by the courage it takes to move forward. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is walk away. It's not about giving up, it's about choosing yourself, and that's always worth celebrating. Andi turned goodbye into a song of self-love. She showed us that loving yourself means knowing when to say enough and when to say yes to new possibilities. Let your goodbyes be the start of your next chapter. Every ending is a chance to begin again, stronger and more true to yourself than ever before. For Andi, goodbye was never just a word, it was a powerful, active choice. Each goodbye echoed with relief, hope, and the courage to take control of her destiny. She said goodbye to compromising her values and pretending things were okay. These moments were acts of self-preservation, making space for new beginnings. Andi's story reminds us that endings aren't just about loss, they're about creating room for growth. The emptiness after a goodbye is filled with potential. Her courage inspires us to make tough choices for our own liberation. Goodbyes aren't crushing notes, they're the first hopeful notes of a new song. Embrace the space you create and paint your next masterpiece. Let your goodbyes echo with empowerment. After reality TV, Andi Dorfman's real journey began. She showed resilience by reinventing herself, moving, writing, and building a new life on her terms. Andi took ownership of her story, sharing her experiences with honesty in best-selling books. She turned pain into empowerment, connecting with women everywhere. Her reinvention teaches us that we can always choose what comes next. Life's setbacks are setups for something greater. Our identity isn't fixed, we're always evolving. Andi embraced change, building a life that reflected her growth. Resilience is the freedom to rewrite your story as many times as you need. Your next chapter is yours to create. The biggest lesson from Andi Dorfman's journey? It's that sometimes the bravest thing you can do is choose yourself, even when it's hard. Her story reminds us that letting go isn't a sign of weakness, it's a powerful act of self-respect. Saying goodbye can be your greatest act of self-love. It's a way of telling yourself that you deserve happiness, peace, and a future that feels right for you. When you walk away from what no longer serves you, you make space for something better. Goodbye isn't sorrow, it's a song of freedom and new beginnings. It's the first note in a melody that's all your own, a chance to write a new story with hope at its core. Imagine Andi singing her own anthem, I Am Choosing Me. She's not just closing a chapter, she's composing a new one, filled with courage and possibility. I am choosing my future. Every goodbye is a promise to yourself that you will keep moving forward, no matter what. We all have that song inside us, the courage to walk away from what holds us back. It's a universal strength, waiting to be discovered. Her story inspires us to be brave, to trust that the unknown can be beautiful, and that our next step might be the one that changes everything. To listen to our intuition, to honor the quiet voice inside that knows what we truly need, and to honor our needs. Self-respect starts with listening to your heart and believing you are worthy of a fresh start. It's okay to start over. It's necessary for growth. Build your women garden, find your inner light, and nurture your dreams as they bloom. Be the girl, or guy, of goodbye when you need to be. Sometimes the best journeys begin with a single brave farewell. Use every lesson and heartbreak to build a life that's authentically yours. Don't fear goodbyes. They are the stepping stones to your next adventure. Embrace them as moments of transformation. Find your voice, your strength, and let your story unfold with pride. Move forward into your bright future. Channel your inner Andi, take a deep breath, and trust that you are exactly where you need to be. Say goodbye to what holds you back, and hello to what's next. Your new beginning is waiting.